Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sunflower Sims, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. So in today's build, we are making an apartment for a chef who loves pastels. So this was using a lot of the new Home Chef Hustle kit, I think it's called, and then a lot of the pastel pop kit. So here I am trying to figure out a layout. When you walk in, it's the kitchen, and then you walk through a dining room into a living room. Of course, on the side where the archway is, there will be a bedroom and bathroom. So here I am adding in some columns and spandrels, is that what they're called? To just kind of mark the kitchen off without using walls per se. So I am trying to figure out a color scheme in here. I knew I wanted to use these new tiles and everything, but I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use, and then I wasn't quite sure about how the rest of the house was gonna go. I just knew I wanted this to be like a really nice kitchen for a chef. So that's what I was working on, and then once I got into like I think the entryway, I was like, you know what, this would be really fun to do like a pastel, like crazy, not crazy colored, but like a really fun pastel house for a sim. So I am using pretty much everything I can, most items from the new Home Chef Hustle game pack. Here I was trying to figure out how I wanted to make an island. I ended up making kind of a peninsula there. To allow space for everything. I'm getting out coffee maker, pizza maker, waffle maker, a microwave, all of the general appliances, and then I do add quite a bit of clutter in here. I make sure to add a fire alarm, but then I'm just pulling out all the clutter that I am finding from the Home Chef Hustle pack that I want to use. I stick it all on one countertop and then use the Alt key to move things to the other counters, so that way you have the most counter space. And by that I mean if you put all of the stuff on one counter and then move it to the other counters, those other counters aren't going to register that there's something there, so you'll be able to use it more effectively and be able to cook on it. So that's why I was doing that. And then I put that dish rack as much above the sink as I could. I do think I might shift it just a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. I was trying to keep it out of like the paper towels, but like I wanted it to be mostly over the sink because if they're going to be drip drying like that, I wanted them to go into the sink. And then I am just pulling clutter from some other packs. I pull out this flower from the pastel pop kit. I don't remember if it stays or not though, to be honest. And then I'm just trying to figure out where I want everything to be to maximize the available counter space. I go ahead and try and pick some bar stools. This is kind of when I pulled these out, I was kind of like, maybe I could do a pastel theme in here. Those do end up changing though. I think I used different bar stools, if I'm remembering correctly. So then we move on into the little entryway. So I'm going ahead and putting down some basic entryway things such as umbrellas, and I'll get a coat rack, shoe rack, things like that. It took me a very long time to find the pieces I was looking for. I'll point it out when I pull it. This one, I always forget where that piece is, and so it takes quite a bit of trying to find it. And then I made sure to put in a temperature gauge, of course, and then I'm just decorating this little entry corner. I wanted to use both of these mirrors, but I didn't think both of them would work in this for like the same space, so I do end up changing that out at I do end up using that later, I should say, and just sticking with the purse rack one for the moment. And then I'm just cluttering up this little entry table, magazines, keys, candles, trying to remember what else I put on there. I think I get some plants maybe and books there, yeah. And then I'm trying to find some nice wall art that I can put in this space. That one I think is from the Book Nook kit. And then here I am just adding a whole bunch of shoes under here. I think I do some storage boxes as well, just to make this house feel kind of lived in. And then I decided to change the color of these stools. Again, I have to look. I'm not sure if those are the stools that I ended with, or if they're just or if I just changed the swatch. Like, I don't remember. I'm trying to look right now. And then here I am moving on into the living area. I did want to give this house or this apartment a fireplace. I thought it'd be kind of fun. And I'm pulling out different couches from the pastel pop kit. I was trying to decide which ones I wanted. I think I ended up going with a combination of packs here in terms of furniture. Yeah. And then just to note, I did look at my screenshots. Those are the bar stools that stay. Here I am trying to pull out some rugs, trying to figure out which one I want to use, how I want it to work in this space, all of that, because I didn't want things to be too conflicting, like have too many conflicting patterns, but I wanted to play with a lot of patterns and color. So I was trying to like walk this fine line to have it all work out together. And then I definitely wanted to use this bookshelf. I was trying to decide how I wanted to position the fireplace on that wall with everything. And then I do put a TV up there, and I think I put a plant in the corner. I do have this house for one sim, or this apartment rather, for one sim and a cat. The cat stuff is in the bedroom though. Oh no, I do put a food bowl out. I was trying to remember if I put a food bowl out. So yeah, so anyway, this house is for one sim and a cat. In the corner, I was going to put the cat tree, but then I decided not to. I just put this palm instead, and I was playing around with it for a little bit there, trying to find how to rotate it the way I wanted. And then I made kind of like a little office area here. I didn't use the desk from the Pastel pop kit. I just didn't feel I loved it. I didn't feel I wanted to block the windows with it. So instead I used this one from high school years, and I do kind of a pinkish swatch on it. And then going ahead and just adding some clutter to it, I add a notebook, these sticky notes and pens and pencils. I add this thing that's from the high school years clutter pack. And then I go and throw something on the coffee table. So here I am just adjusting where things are on the desk. I kind of wanted this house to be kind of neat, even because there's so many things going on with all the different colors and things like that. I didn't want it to be like too terribly cluttered and like overstimulating or overwhelming, I guess. I add a speaker to that shelf. I put this hanging plant in the corner, and then I'm just pulling out other things to clutter up on this bookshelf. I grabbed some more plants. I go ahead and grab some books, and I think I grabbed like a statue or something. I don't quite remember what I put on that last shelf there. Maybe more books. I think it's just more books actually. And then I decided I had this extra space, so I was going to put an actual dining table, even though we had the bar stools in the kitchen. So I do go ahead and add this, well, not this table, but I do add a table. One thing I'm realizing now that I'm doing the voiceover is that I don't have a, a bar in this house, and that's something that might have been nice to have. So you could always like get rid of the dining table and put in a bar, or maybe you get rid of the desk or the bookshelf or something and put in a bar instead if that's something you really want for your Sims, just because you do have the bar stools in the kitchen where you could eat. I just had this extra space and thought a table would go well here. So I just picked out this pink rug, and then I'm trying to find some flowers to put on the table for a centerpiece or some sort of plant. And then I remember I need a wastebasket or a trash can in the kitchen. Pulling out a light to go over this dining room table. I did add light switches all around this house, which is just a little fun thing. And then I'm just looking for a few more decorative pieces just to make the house feel really, really lived in and cozy. Trying to sift through the menu and see what else I could put places. And then we move on to this super, super tiny little hallway. I just put another bookshelf, and then we are moving on into the one and only bedroom. I wanted to use some platforms in here, even though it is a really small bedroom. So initially I was going to do like the 2-layered platform there, where it's kind of like a step thing, but I thought it would just be too big in this space. So I decided to just do this little square, and then I put the bed on it. I was trying to figure out what orientation and how I wanted to make it fit, because I knew I wanted the bed on the platform, but I wanted there to be enough room to move around and have things feel really functional. But in the end, I think it works out just doing this small little section just where the bed is. And then I'm going ahead and decorating the room now. I made sure to give her a light, obviously, trying to pick the wall color I want, and then something for the platform. And then I'm trying to figure out which wall art would work well for this sim. I keep saying her because I am imagining this to be a female sim. Of course, you can do whatever gender you would like. You can rearrange things and have multiple sims or a couple or whatever you want. I go ahead and add this nice big mirror on the side of the bed, and then I put in a dresser. Like I said, I will be getting some cat items to put into this space as well. There's a litter box in the bathroom. We'll put that there later. She'll have a cat tree in here, and then I do go back and put a food bowl out near the kitchen. So there's everything you need for a cat. I also include a toy box, so it's all set. Just cluttering up this dresser a little bit with some accessories, some candles, lots of makeup stuff, nail polish, and then I think that's about it. So then I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in this little corner here, and I decided to go for a cat tree because initially I wanted a cat, but I just didn't make it work, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to make it work. So I do add a cat tree. And then I'm making sure to add the cat bowl, like I mentioned. Adding a few more pieces around in the bedroom just to try and make it feel really decorated, because I don't like having too much blank wall space, but I also don't want it to be like too much either. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I use these posters from Vintage Glamour, and I shuffle them around a little bit, size them down. And then I put, I believe, like a succulent thing on the wall there, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a little bit. And then I add a rug up by the bed. It took me a minute to figure out which rug was going to fit to that very small platform, but still like not have you step on the wood floors. And then we're moving on into the bathroom. This is also a very pastel room. Simple bathroom, shower tub combination, toilet, sink, litter box, all the essentials that you would need. I do add typical bathroom clutter. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm just adding toothbrushes, soap. I add all kinds of bathroom clutter, like I said, towels, hair dryer, those bath salt things. Trying to find a mirror that's going to fit above this sink. That was really challenging. But yeah, we're about done with the video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you never ever miss an upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you all in my next video. Enjoy the screenshots, guys. Bye!